We're the rock band Ain't. My name's Hannah. This is Ed, who plays guitar. This is George, who also plays guitar. This is Isaac, who plays bass. And this is Joe, who plays drums. And I didn't mention, but I do vocals. Probably every single one, because we work them like horses in the practice room. Anyone want a more specific answer?
Yeah, they're fun for like 5 minutes when you start them, and then they're fun when you finish them, but there's a really long bit in between that no one sees where they're desperately not fun. And you're going through the same like 10 seconds of the song again and again and again. Joe's very good at working you like that. Joe will make sure that you're doing all the little bits right.
That's true. I think one song in our set which we just did, which took a while for us all to warm up to, was Everyone Loves You and I Love You Too. That was our penultimate song of the set. It's kind of this like low pulsing song at the start with just like low drums and bass, and it just kind of like builds dynamically to a big explosive outro. And I think it just took us so long to really get the hang of doing that song. It's just basically one section, then it changes, and it was new territory for us, but everyone seems to really like it now. Every time we do it, people say they really enjoyed it, which was surprising to us because it starts off quite slow.
On the stats, only one of them never has, which was Pirouette, which is the last one. Yeah. Or had until recently never left the set list, so like all the gigs we played, we'd always played Pirouette and Or, but we've got bored of Or now. So
Ed keeps a list on his phone of every
it's becoming like
set list. It's become like a bit of an OCD.
It's unmanageably long, the note. Like if you want to put the set list in, you've got to scroll down for I should have done it in like the newest one at the top, but the newest one's at the bottom, so you've got to scroll for a really long time before you can put them in.
Pirouette, the only song which hasn't left the set so far.
Hundy P, yeah. One gorilla.
One gorilla. This is like really similarly related to a question that I've asked various bands, which is if you could ride into battle on any animal, what would it be? And I feel like the questions go hand in hand. Because I would ride into battle on a reindeer, and I think I could probably defeat a gorilla on a reindeer.
Do you reckon we'd all take a
we all get reindeers, or just
five of us?
We all get a reindeer, or just you?
You can have anything you want. I asked a friend this question once, and she said a giant squid, which I thought was a great answer. But
small cats. We could kill a small
I don't know.
I don't want to kill a small cat.
Like a fish, like a fish, like a tuna.
Could you gut a fish?
No, I couldn't gut a fish.
It'd be out of the water, won't it?
No, it's not.
George.
Oh, well, that's not fair.
George is very good at killing mosquitoes. He's got like a trophy ceiling of mosquito marks.
How you killed that mouse that one time.
Oh no, this is classified information. We're getting into dangerous territory.
I'm not going to divulge in that.
Probably all of us.
I mean, what about when we were driving? We were kind of DJing then, technically. Was there anyone who was just...
Well, when we were driving in the van, I feel like because you were the driver, you and Ed up front, you got the dealer's choice of the music. So it was everyone in the back. Unfortunately, no Venga boys for the entire journey.
No one asked for any Venga boys.
I'm joking.
Anyone? That bass player from TTSSFU, the bass.
Oh, yeah.
Tasman.
Yeah, they had like a funky bass that you could like make really small and then pull back out again. I'd like to have a go on that.
Accordion.
A sound that I could take from another band or instrument would be the singing saw from Neutral Milk Hotel. I would have Hannah sat down playing the singing saw with like, do you know the instrument? It's just a saw with a bow and a big like handle on it. Creates quite a spooky ghost noise. I think we could do with that a little bit. So that's the sound I'd steal.
That's a good answer.
Thanks.
Yeah, I would steal Jared Way's vocals from My Chemical Romance.
Oh, can we go down and go?
Yeah, this is a really good question.
First album I owned was Toxicity by System of a Down. First album I loved was not that album. It was Origin of Symmetry by Muse.
The first album I owned that I like consciously bought for myself was The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, and that was also the first album I loved.
The first album I owned, as in like went out and bought myself, was the Avril Lavigne one, which title escapes me now. Yes. The one where she's like standing in the street. Yeah, and it's all blurry. That was my first album, and the first one I loved that I bought myself. But the first album I loved that I didn't buy myself was on my iPod that my dad just put his library onto, and it was like Sliver by Nirvana, like their like B-sides album, and it was only like 4 songs that he like bought individually, but I used to lie in bed like making up music videos to them, which is cool.
The first album I remember buying was Take It From The Man, Brian Jonestown Massacre, at least on like vinyl. And then I think the first album I fell in love with was Siamese Dream, Smashing Pumpkins.
The first one I got, like that I actually owned, was like Christmas present, and it was Queen, The Greatest Hits.
Nice.
And the first album I actually like fell in love with was the Black Eyed Peas Monkey Business. It was good. I'm really in love with this album by a band called Grand View, and it makes me really sad, but in like a good uplifting way. And I listen to that whenever I feel a bit funky, I guess.
Possibly a bit of an obvious one, but I feel like These Days, Nico. It's a bit of a... Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Hannah, I'll come back to you. Sad album, which I just love and always listen to, is The Glow Part 2 by The Microphones.
That's a good one.
I didn't really think of that as being very sad.
I think it's quite sad.
Do you?
It's melancholy.
I think I went through a period of listening quite a lot to Concord by Black Country New Road, and who I have mixed feelings about, but I thought that was a very moving song.
It's a really tricky question because there's some songs that are like too sad to listen to, and I listen to it and I just start bawling instantly, which would probably be like Emily by Joanna Newsom. I actually wrote my undergrad dissertation on it because it made me cry so much. And also Baby Birch by Joanna Newsom. But the song I listen to the most when I'm sad to put me in a good mood, probably my favourite Radiohead song, which is Just. Makes me feel not sad anymore. Just by Radiohead.
I wish I wrote. Hurricane by Neil Young. Was it Like a Hurricane or Hurricane?
I think it is
Like a Hurricane. Yeah, I think it's very beautiful. Especially there's a live version he does with I think it's an accordion. It's just very like... Actually, that would also go with like probably a very sad song as well. I love that song.
I think if I could steal a song and write it, maybe it would be there's a really great split single that Jimmy Eat World did with a band called Jejune, who are also really underrated. I think they did it in 1998, and it's got a song on it called What I Would Say to You Now, which is, I think, really great. And if you people have a real idea of what Jimmy Eat World are going to sound like, but I don't think it sounds like that.
No, that's a good enough answer. We'll go with that.
I'm going to pass this along and come back to it because I need to thunk.
Maybe Sid from Toy Story. Like, he didn't know they were actually alive. Like, he's just experimenting, he's being creative, he's crafting, and he gets traumatized for it. And I think that's deeply unfair. He's a child, so... Sid. He didn't do anything wrong, if you ask me. He didn't know that they were sentient.
Who has an answer? I'm still thinking.
The villain from The Incredibles?
Syndrome.
Yeah?
I think he's kind of a dickhead.
No,
He's a dickhead. I don't know. He's the only one I can think of that I was like, alright, he's a dickhead, but...
He gives himself.
You know, he got hurt.
Right home, buddy.
You got one?
I don't know why my mind's gravitating to Hans Gruber from Die Hard. But I just...
Because he's played by Alan
It
Rickman.
just wants his detonators, you know. I don't know. Actually, that's a very good question. I'm intrinsically a good person, so I don't align with any villains.
Give me a famous protagonist. I'll align with them, not villain. Hannah, you go.
I'm running such a blank here.
Dual answer of Ignatius Riley.
Yeah, okay. Well, do you think he's a villain? If he's a villain, then yeah, for sure.
I think he's definitely a villain to everyone he meets.
He's a bad boy. Everyone loves a bad boy.
Yeah, Ignatius Riley from the Confederacy of Dunces.
I mean, I guess in terms of like lyrics, Olga Tokarczuk, I hope I'm pronouncing her surname right. She wrote a book called Drive Your Plough Over the Bones of the Dead. And I've sort of sampled some quotes from it, reformed them a little bit. Yes. But yeah, I mean, I'd say she's
amazing.
Yeah, she's a fantastic writer.
I can't think of an answer that's less left of field. There's a 12th century author called Thomas, who he's literally just called Thomas, probably Sir Thomas. And he wrote Tristan, as in like Tristan and Isolde, and there's lines from that poem which go around in my head endlessly, about the changeability of human nature, and I don't know, I'm a medievalist at heart.
I'm a really huge fan of the author Kurt Vonnegut, and I know Joe's also having a bit of a Vonnegut moment right now, and I don't know what I would say is so inspiring about it more really than his outlook. He's like a real cynic, but there is something kind of I think a bit hopeful and uplifting in his worldview.
Exactly. It's sort of really like sarcastic, but very funny as well. I think a lot of our humour kind of goes into this sort of absurd and subversive sort of stuff. Yeah, Vonnegut, we love. Cat's Cradle for me. Slaughterhouse 5 for you.
Oh, I'm gonna add an extra answer into that, which is my supervisor at university, who wrote a quote which was along the lines of love is not why is this person the best, but why will nobody else do. And again, that's a quote that goes around my head endlessly, and I'm like, I hope I live up to you.
Something's off with the JFK assassination. We don't know. I'm not gonna stand here and tell you everything about it. But like the idea that there was one bullet that went through, like the magic bullet theory. So like the magic bullet theory is that one bullet went through the governor of Texas, Connolly, twice, and then hit JFK and killed him. It's just not true. And the single shooter theory in general, I'm very skeptical of. I'm not going to stand here and tell you what happened, because I think the truth is none of us know. But I think we should be open about the fact that none of us know.
For some reason, this is quite a controversial one, but people always have a go at me whenever I say it. But the conspiracy theory that the world is like round is crazy to me. I don't get it. I don't get that shit. I'm a flat earther, so.
Two things to say. First of all, this guy right here talking about the JFK assassination has written a song called How They Faked the Moon Landing, which I think is essential context. Second of all, I don't think they did that though. This is your cover up for your JFK tinfoil hat.
I just thought that was a good song title.
It is. I actually am a monthly reader of the Fortean Times, which anyone is in the know of. W.H. Smith's selection of magazines is the Conspiracy Theory and UFO magazine. Of unexplained happenings in the world, so I can't choose one conspiracy theory because I believe them all.
Alright, what's the Sasquatch, the Yeti? No, it feels like I just feel like I want to believe in that.
Different guys.
That's Tiddyman. Is that not the?
Oh yeah, of course, the Lincolnshire Tiddyman, who is a bog spirit from Lincolnshire, which is near my hometown of Leicestershire, and Lincolnshire's not too far. And there's a bog spirit called the Tiddyman who allegedly says "hoity doity doity" as he's approaching. I don't know if he's like a sort of malevolent spirit or not. To be honest,
He's friendly, right?
He's just a Tiddyman.
Yeah, that could be a bad guy for saying that.
Yeah.
It's just tiddying him around.
Yeah.
I quite like the one about Avril Lavigne. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
Is it
I think
Melissa?
that'd be like wild if it's true, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to believe that she's dead, but it might be a wild story if it was.
Oh. Special shout out to the researcher that just went into the Green Children of Woolpit, which is an unresolved conspiracy theory from, I think, the 12th century that has recently just had an extremely convincing answer. So
This is Forte in time.
this is Forte and Times. Read the expose. Salt and vinegar.
Same.
I don't have a favourite brand, anything except Walker's, which tastes like shards of glass in my mouth.
Prawn cocktail, specifically McCoy's, the spicy prawn cocktail ones.
I'm a salt and vinegar McCoy boy.
The scampi fries count.
Yes, they do.
Oh, that's what I thought you were gonna say, man. Scampi fries.
I like salt and vinegar too, but like the baked Walker's ones I'm kind of into.
My mum likes those.
But also, the best crisp at the moment is Bugles.
Bugles.
You ever had a Bugle?
Have you had a bugle?
Bugles are amazing.
Yeah, you can
They're like barbecue ones. Ooh, I've never done that.
They're cones.
What?
Just
They're great.
Try to.
You can put them on the end of your fingers and have little claws, you know?
Yeah,
It's fun and tasty. Yeah, they're great.
Oh, there's so many good crisps. We're a big crisp band.